friends, and welcome to another amazing video with Rupert and Constance Quigley. And today we're going to discuss building or developing a successful presence on Twitter. And I'm gonna of course give the floor to Rupert because he's the mastermind here and is responsible for teaching me all of my Twitter tips and tricks.
A number of people who I have helped and worked with and talked to online who are musicians or work in some music-related field already have started their Twitter account, which is great. You have to start to start somewhere. So creating an account is the first place is how to start. But some people have different ways of using it and different amounts of time. So some people only tweet once every week or 3 weeks, which is not very effective or social. And the social media is the key point to take in. If you're not using it, then you can't really connect with anyone, and they can't connect with you if they don't see that you're there, and if they see that your last post was 7 days ago, then they're unlikely to take the effort in connecting with you in the first place. And one of the pieces of advice I give to people is to make sure on their profile that they have included something about what they do and where, and a link to their website or their Facebook page or their YouTube channel or SoundCloud account, so that people can find them elsewhere online. So for my personal Twitter account, I have something about the other accounts I'm developing, and a link to my website, and I have London for the location. What do you have on your account?
On my account, I developed the header to explain the businesses that I was involved in. I have the area in which my business is located, and then I kind of just, I promote, depending on from which platform, anywhere between 5 and 12 Twitter posts a day, and some of them are for that specific Twitter account. Others are for other companies, and then a lot of times it's retweets and engagement with other people on Twitter.
Yeah, it's good to retweet other people's content because it shows them that you want to support them.
An awesome tip that I learned from this guy is that when you retweet somebody else's material, it's good to add additional hashtags. So like if it's a must read, hashtag must read when you're retweeting it, so you're not just constantly retweeting without any engagement. You want to make sure you include that engagement. And I also noticed that it increases your visibility and you get a higher responsive rate on your analytics when you take the time to put in your hashtag, whatever, before retweeting. And I apologize, there's a bee in here today, so if you see me going...
Good, these are important, so that's fine.
Yes, it's a honeybee, so we're leaving him be, and when I'm done recording, I'll let him out.
Another important thing is to not have an egg as your Twitter profile picture.
Oh, yes.
People know that you're a person, not a bot or a machine. A recent picture of, if it's a personal or non-company account, then it's good to have a picture of your face, essentially, a recent one. If it's a band account, it might be your band logo. If it's a company account, it might be your company logo.
I see a lot of debate about what a recent picture is. What do you think a recent picture is? Because I'm like, I'll update mine once every 6 weeks, maybe.
Well, that's from my perspective, that's fine. As long as I can tell it's you.
Right? What is it? Catfishing? Don't take a picture from like 1982 and expect it to be relevant today. Yeah.
A picture of your cat or your newly born baby or something that's...
Well, unless you own like a pet sitting company or a blog on how to be a new mom, you should have your picture. Yeah. I'll put my kids in my pictures with me, but it also depends on the social media platform. So like with Twitter, sometimes you'll see me and one of my kids. LinkedIn, I'm guilty. I'll put my kids in my LinkedIn picture, but that's because I'm not employed. If that makes a difference, I work for myself, so I can kind of bring my kids with me, and I like to represent that. But make sure that you're representing what you're doing and what you're trying to represent in the social media platform that you're using.
Right. For my personal opinion regarding kids, I would say as long as it's fine by you and the child, it's fine.
Right.
The banner picture you have, what do you have?
The boat hotel right now is...
Have an image relevant to the content that you're posting or the reason why you have the account.
Yeah, but you know, recently I've been thinking that it's probably time for me to develop a second Twitter account because I'm there. And my ventures are getting confused in this one account, which I think is okay because my following keeps building, but it's hard for me to decide what exactly I want to post about because on one end I do musicians work with Rupert, and then on the other end and Mihai Hum with Power Music Promotions, and then on the other end I do hospitality marketing and nonprofit work. And so sometimes when you're going through your feed and you're trying to share something, you want to share something amazing that's just launched in like cloud computing, and most of your followers that have engaged with you that day are travel focused followers. And so I am really considering splitting the two accounts to create another one just for marketing. I might have to do 3.
Yeah, I probably have too many at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm spending my time on my Cheeky Promo one and my personal one. And the other ones are kind of do as and when, depending on what happens.
Well, see, my thing is the convenience of having it all in one place. Oh, you can't really get over that. But you do get to a point where it becomes inconvenient having just one place. And so I need to really put some thought into what exactly I'm doing with my Twitter presence, because it's growing and exponentially it's growing and it's lovely. But I think I need to start splitting it up a little bit so I can stay more focused for my target audience.
At what point do you think, size-wise, do you think you need to split it up?
Well, you know, I don't do promotions. Well, I didn't think that I did promotions, but when I was looking over my analytics this week, I realized that Twitter alone, I was gaining 5,000 impressions per day, and that's awesome. Thank you. But the 5,000 impressions per day are scattered because some of it's for the Gypsy Rose Hotel, and some of it's for what Rupert and I are doing with Constantly Cheeky, and some of it's for Power Music Promotions and Cheeky Promos collaboration, and some of it's just for Power Music Promotions. And so I want to be able to split it up so I understand who's following what better. For analytical purposes, just so you see which business is developing faster. Is that super nerdy?
I don't think so. I think that's fine.
But yeah, I like, I guess for those of you who don't know me, I love statistics, and I love being able to collect and gather the data that you get from your analytical reads. So I've grown to the point where I need to be able to separate it so I can actually calculate the success of each of the adventures that I'm in. Ventures, but adventures.
If and when you do split it up, you don't have to decide if you want to cross-promote any of them between your accounts yourself or not, or if you want to keep them totally separate.
I think I would cross-promote anyways, just because I like it. But I would want to be able to focus more, like, so with House 2.0, it's a luxury boat hotel on the Oregon coast, and I would like to focus more toward just the vacation and travel aspect for Twitter for that account, because my marketing is completely separate. I know that that's confusing for some because I do the marketing for both, but my marketing is completely separate than the hotel. So then I would want to create a separate account entirely that focuses on SEO and SaaS and cloud and everything that you need to know to be able to build and develop your marketing. I have Millennial Girl 85, the blog that talks about being a college student in her doctorate's program. I feel like that needs its own Twitter. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing exactly right now, because you build and build and build and build this stuff for so many years, and then one day it's just like, psh, you're making it, and you're like, yay, and then you have to rearrange it. So I'm in the process of strategic rearrangement.
How are you building the hotel brand, as it were, on Twitter?
How am I building it?
Which hashtags are you using? Which content are you retweeting? Which accounts are you following?
See, that's the problem, is presently I kind of have it all mixed together. So I'm promoting Rupert Cheek at Cheeky Promo. I'm promoting the Boat Hotel, which you can see right here. House 2.0, Gypsy Rose. I promote Power Music Promotions. I promote a couple of customers like eBay stores, distributors, private business owners, marketing. I retweet travel, marketing, photography, that kind of stuff. Books. Who doesn't love books? But
when you tweet about the hotel, which hashtags do you use?
Vacation, luxury, world travel, Gypsy Rose. A lot. I changed them up. So I'm constantly boat life, boat house, small business, luxury boat hotel, Newport Beach, Toledo, Oregon, all sorts. But I try to make sure that I have 5 to 12 tags if I'm posting from Tumblr to Twitter or Facebook to Twitter. And then if I'm just on Twitter, I'll try to do 3 to 5 tags.
Depending on what other text you have in the tweet.
Right. Or what I'm trying to promote, because like yesterday I logged in a whole bunch of different tags that involved contest and free and Father's Day. So it really just depends on what exactly I'm targeting. So that's kind of cool though, because it works with your SEO and it works with your Twitter. So if you're trying to figure out how to get people to associate with the message that you're sending out, that's where your hashtags come in. I know that Tumblr and Twitter specifically have a place to put your tags in. So does LinkedIn. Facebook, you can put your tags in. It's not really...
It's not as popular as it is on...
Right, but if you go to the top search bar on Facebook, you can actually put in your hashtag, like hashtag love, and it'll pull all of the hashtag love posts for a certain period of time, and you can go back in history. But basically, when you tag your article, or you tag your image, or you tag your retweet, you're allowing people who are specifically looking for that information to find you.
If that hashtag isn't already in the
Right. Don't double up hashtags. That's no fun. Be creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please don't. You don't want 32 brilliance because you knew it the first time. Then the next one, oh, what's a fun hashtag you've seen lately? Because I saw, what did it say? It said Insta-like. Hashtag INST capital ALIKE. I thought that one was cute.
Yeah, that's good. Lots of people using those kinds of things on Instagram as well.
Mm-hmm.
Insta and then music or love.
Yeah. What do you think is a good hashtag? Like follow for follow gets people to follow you?
Yeah, I don't use that.
Me either. Yeah.
ConstantlyCheeky would be a good one.
Yeah, we should encourage people. If you think you have some awesome cheeky business advice, marketing, promoting, hashtag cheeky. Make it a trend.
You can cross-posting, when you post on Instagram, you can, at least on the app, the Android app I have, you can select whether to post it on Twitter and Facebook and Tumblr and maybe one or two others at the same time. So automatically it gets posted across the networks. So people on those networks can find you on Instagram.
Sometimes I worry that I blow up my Twitter because whenever that option is available, I always include also share on Twitter. And I wonder if, like, you know, the days where my Twitter goes off like 64 times, if people are like, oh, Connie, knock it off. But but if people understood that I really do love what I share, like I share it because I like it. So if I blew up your Twitter, I'm sorry. No, but most of the time, I know that, like, a lot of people don't know this, so you can actually schedule your tweets in most social media apps. So, like, with Tumblr, which is very closely linked to my Twitter, I have so many posts that go off a day, and then you can also tell it to send it to your Twitter or your Facebook. So I'm always sending from my Twitter there. I know with Facebook, you can also share to your Twitter, your Pinterest, Instagram. I need to pick up my Pinterest business, but I always do share to Twitter. And then I also have my login to Twitter itself. So then I have scheduled posts with Twitter. So I know daily I spit out 10 posts from Twitter, and then 5 posts from Tumblr, and anywhere between 5 and 15 posts from Facebook. And I know that sounds like a lot, but it really has progressed the development of my Twitter account to the point where we were talking about splitting it up. I just got through explaining how I post anywhere between 15 and 20 posts daily, regardless, Twitter, yay. But I want to explain that that is between 3 different companies at least, and I'm not including like promotional shares or retweets. But I want Rupert to go a little bit more into detail about this, because when we're dealing with people who want the promotion service, we want them focused on the idea that they need to create content that aligns with their message and that they are in fact sharing often. Could you elaborate a little bit?
One of the things that stuck with me was I went to an event panel discussion organised by the Music Managers Forum in London a few years ago, and one of the people there was from Facebook, and someone asked her a question, I can't remember exactly what it was, and she said, share content that helps people to get to know you. So it's not just a case of telling people to listen to your music, because if that's all you do every day, people may or may not listen to your music if you're just telling them to help you. Whereas if you're sharing stuff about your life and your other passions and helping other people out and sharing inspirational quotes and jokes and things you've done over the weekend, and people are more likely to connect with you on a personal level. And then I think, well, at least from my perspective, I'm more likely to spend the time and effort listening or watching your music videos. So it's kind of a case of showing people that you're a person as well as a musician.
Well, in marketing, we call it telling a story. People need to be able to connect with you emotionally. So you need to provide more than just look at me, listen to me, look at me, listen to me, look at me, listen to me, look what I can do. So beyond looking at you, what are things that encourage you? What are things you're passionate about? What are things that excite and entice you as a person? You want to include those. Quotes are a great way of building a following. They're easy to read. Usually they have a beautiful picture. It's something that people can just check on while they're scrolling through. That's fantastic. But beyond quotes, you can even put like daily sentences. It's funny because I will personally respond to you on Twitter every time you follow me. It's just how I am, and I try to bring something in about your bio. So if you friend me, and recently I had a great one, it said he was a traveling Aussie and was enjoying the adventures of the world. And then it said, where am I now? Australia. But where will I be in a month? China. And I was like, yes, that's awesome. And then all of his posts were one or two sentences, just things he was thinking throughout the day. It was pretty profound. I mean, like, silly, but pretty profound. And there's another guy on Tumblr that I follow who, it's like shower thoughts or thoughts from the shower. Great guy, funny. But he just posts thoughts that he has throughout the day. You know, some of them are hilarious and some of them are blatant and all of them are fun. But it allows people to feel like, hey, if I were in that situation, I also share that thought or that opinion. And this person is very similar to me in this way, and they hit follow. So your follow doesn't come because you're a great singer. I'm sorry, but I honestly think that if you're a great singer, it makes people more apprehensive to follow you at first because they think that it's like a fan account or not really you. So they don't really want to engage with a third party somebody. And if you're great at what you do, it's automatically then assumed that you're a third party somebody. So I think it's important that no matter where you are in your career and your launching stages, that you are also introducing who you are. Because it allows people to connect with you on a personal level, and it takes the professionalism not away from it, but it puts it off to the side to where that's a benefit of the relationship or the connectivity, and that the purpose of that relationship or connectivity is the engagement between you as a person. And those are your really long-standing followers. Those are the people who will bring other people to you.
Right. One of the things that I like to know is why the person is doing what they're doing. Why they're singing, why they're writing. And that gives me a reason gives me a why. Why should I listen to what you're doing? Whereas if they're just posting links, it's not really not very engaging.
Right.
There's no personality behind it.
But you really need to work on building your story. Go to your favorite artists, your top 5. Check out their Facebook pages, their actual pages, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever. And you're going to notice that it's more than just advertisements. In fact, most of the time, there are very few advertisements on the person's actual page.
Right, because people know where to go already.
Exactly. Well, and that's for us to post to our page. Their page usually will tell the story.
Right.
Who they are, what they like, what they think about political upheavals or recent incidents. And then it's our job to promote a tour or a music video or whatever.
Yeah.
What else? Twitter.
But the other thing I thought of as a quick tip was to try and ensure that your Twitter handle is the same as your Facebook, is the same as your Instagram, so people don't have to remember 5 different names.
That's great advice, actually. So, and sometimes you can't always get away with it.
No, like I have to put UK on my Facebook.
Right.
Other than that, it's the same. And my cheeky promo Facebook, I have to put Mr. in front because someone already had cheeky promo. But other than those slight additions, they're the same.
Well, and if you put in just cheeky promo on Facebook, I think a couple of your related accounts will pull anyways. So then you can be identified by your logo. But you try really hard to keep all of your tags the same. So I am either listed as House20, Gypsy Rose, or Constance Quigley, Millennial Girl now, or Reanimate Me was my thing. But they're all different companies, so, or were different companies, because now Reanimate Me is more a motto. A mark of success.
If you're about to release an EP or like in a month or something, then you might have something about the EP as your header image on Twitter as well as Facebook. But if you're kind of just doing the same thing generally, then I would keep it the same until something major comes up, like a release or a big gig or a festival that you're particularly wanting people to be aware of.
Stick to it and make sure that you're tweeting every day and that you are providing various applications and storytelling ideas and implementation tactics, and then watch it, because at 30 days you start realizing that your reach is a lot bigger than you thought it could be, and after 90 days the Twitter account becomes more valuable than your Facebook account if you are me. So Rupert and I have discussed a lot of things today about Twitter and your successful presence. I hope you like, share, follow, and engage with us. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to know. We tried to cover a lot today about Twitter, but if we missed something, tell us what we missed so we can fill you in. Sorry, what?
Tell us what your Twitter handles are.
Ooh, yeah. Tell us your Twitter handles. We'd love to like and follow. Thank you for visiting us. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Here, we are Constantly Cheeky, and we're going to call it a day. Bye, guys.
Bye.